How many times we gotta go through this? Like, how many more people have to be killed in order for us to understand that this is a serious problem? And when I say we, I mean like everybody. How many more people have to lose their life? How many more beings have to be no longer deemed as such? Because it's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. George Floyd was killed. He was killed on Monday. And today is Friday. And for me personally, I haven't really been watching the news this week. So I knew for a fact that what was going on, but I hadn't looked at any videos until last night, on Thursday night. Well, actually, early Friday morning, because I was like really up and just watching television and stuff like that. So, because what happened was on Thursday, people overtook the 3rd District Police Station. And I was like, let me see how this all started. So I took a look at that video. If you have not seen that video, or the various videos going around, I would say please look within yourself and know for a fact if you are emotionally and mentally and spiritually able to do so. To those of you who have seen it, I'm praying that you are well mentally and emotionally. Because when I saw it, it was just like, wow. Like we're still doing this crap. We're still doing this. The weight of 3, I'm just gonna call them beings because they're not men. They're not human. So the weight of 3 beings on top of a man calling, screaming for his life, screaming for breath. And just the disregard for life. He becomes emotionless, stops speaking, no pulse, blood starts coming out of his nose. And then as they drag, I'm not gonna say they picked up his body because they definitely dragged his body. As they dragged his body away from his initial spot, you just see the street stained with his blood. How many more times do we have to go through this? Like, it's just ridiculous. And then you have your various protests throughout the day. I've seen a few protest videos. I haven't seen all of them. And from what I understand, correct me if I'm wrong, things were peaceful. And then, the Target got looted and stuff like that. And then, Thursday night, 3rd District gets burnt to the ground. And the interesting commentary about some things is that, this violence isn't going to solve anything. Well, I'll say this because I feel very compelled to say it because I don't know, it was just something about seeing them drag his body that I just started crying. There was a sensation of sadness that came over me, anger. I feel like now today anger is what I feel the most, and I'm anticipating something. I just finished watching the live stream from awesome dude, Trey Melvin. Shout out to Trey. Thank you for the live stream. Thank you for the healing that you brought, for the energy, the positive vibes that you sent, but also the realness too. Trey mentioned this. Something is coming. I feel like ever since we've been locked in the house, we knew that things weren't changing. And then you have this. So let's just take a deep dive for a second. We have this coronavirus. We as black people are being disproportionately impacted and dying from this virus, despite the fact that we don't make up, correct me if I'm wrong, we're a big piece of the pie when it comes to the people who are passing away, yet we don't make up, I think, 13% of the country's population? And then, we can't go for a jog, right? We can't bird watch at the park without being threatened. And now, we can't go to the store. But I think y'all been knowing that, like, for real. Like, we can't go to the store. We can't walk the street without being questioned. Just for this. Just for this. And it's just frustrating. So y'all can dehumanize us. Y'all can kill us. Y'all can do with what you want with our bodies. But it's all of a sudden a problem when a Target gets looted or when a police station gets destroyed. I don't condone violence. I don't. But you can only push people for how long? And I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. Violence is the only language that seems to make an impact in this country. The art and the language of war is, I feel like, an art that we are exceptional at. Why is it that we can't use it to get our point across? Because you obviously can't hear us. We've been saying this for how long? Since the beginning of our country. So, something is coming. Something is coming, and it's just a part of me is like saddened, but then like another part of me is like, I'm too used to this. This makes no sense that it's like that sharp pain, like when, I don't know, you have this sort of like bite, or you get poked with something, you have that like initial like sting, and it hurts like crap, but then afterwards you have this numbness, you have this scar, and it makes no sense that I'm numb to my people being killed like this, being dehumanized. I'm almost, it's a disgrace that we're numb to this. We're numb to violence. We're numb to being killed like this. And we just have to do better. But then again, we keep saying, like, we keep saying the same thing over and over and over again. And I do think for, like, there is something. Like, I don't know about y'all. Like, y'all know that I'm a spiritual person and stuff like that. Y'all know that. But I don't know. There's just this feeling that something is coming. I feel like we felt it with this whole coronavirus thing and like that. And then this also, I don't know. The whole coronavirus thing, that was strike one, and then I think this is the various killings and transgressions over the past few weeks is strike two. And this video is coming, well, this episode of Tea with Tweet is coming sooner because I didn't want to wait to upload this because I felt like I needed to get this out in real time as things are happening. As you guys know, the only thing I really do with Tea is just like edit my voice, and I don't like cut stuff. But I wanted to get this to you. And then, as I said last week, I advise everyone to take a step back, examine where you are in your life, realize whose side of this thing that you're on, and realize really quickly, because as Trey said, there's something happening. And then I think the last thing I'm gonna say is to all the people out there who think that change can't come. It can come. Did y'all see what happened to that police station? Like, for real. Like, if we come together, we can do anything. But then, if we're angry and we come together, we can bring hell. Complete and utter hell. We're fed up. We're tired. We're sick of this. And I think now, I don't know what the steps are to go about doing this, but we need to dismantle the system. It's not working. We keep saying we have to make changes to it. There's only so many changes that you can bring to something before you just realize that it's not working. I keep mentioning Trey because he just made so many valid points. Think of it as a relationship. You can only change somebody enough. But then why are you wasting your time changing somebody when you could just go on to something else? Let's rebuild this system. It's not that difficult. It's really not. It's really not. The only thing that it takes is for us to come together and realize that we need to fix this. Or I'm sorry, not fix it, to get rid of it. The system's not broken. It just wasn't made for us. And then as soon as we realize that, bada bing, bada boom, we could be done with it. Because this isn't working. It's not. It really isn't. It really isn't. It's sick. You can go from police brutality to how this COVID-19 thing has been played out and the rollout. And what is it? 100,000 deaths? That's a disgrace. That's a disgrace. And then the messed up part about it is some of the news outlets were considering a milestone. To be honest, person one should have been a milestone. Enough is enough. Black Lives Matter. Change is coming, and I suggest that you all be prepared because we can't deal with this anymore. But yeah, stay safe, stay smart, and I'm gonna add this: let your voice be heard in any way that brings you to where you need to go. Let the universe know that we're here. Let the universe know that we're here.